Hey, Shira, how you doing? Yeah, it's a railroad track. Actually, I saw a little. I'll look at it on the way back. See there's this spot. We got crazy rains again last night, and the railroad company's out there working on a Sunday, which is unheard of. So I'll bet you that track could have washed out there. Might have washed out. But the trains don't run on the weekends, as far as I know, and I don't know how they would have known about it unless they do an inspection after a big rain. Yeah, you get a better look of it right here. Yeah, no, I don't think it does happen a lot. Yeah, when I go by here, I always think of how amazing it is the distances they covered running train tracks through swampland. Unbelievable. I mean, they build the gravel up 30 feet in the air sometimes for just, forever. It just must have seemed like they were never going to finish. And it's through like the worst area, it's soggy, down low, swamps, going over streams, rivers. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, just the amount of gravel. And the trains are so damn heavy on those little wheels close together. Yeah, you wouldn't think you could, like, support it that much. My buddy bought this factory here. He bought the whole place. Coming up here, we bought a pallet of corn for the deer, like $1,000 worth. I'm throwing away the bags. Oh yeah, bag here is $14.99. $14.99. 50-pound bag, cracked or whole kernel, either one. Yeah, excuse me a second. Hi, hon. Hi, hon. Can you move over, please? Over this side, hon. You move over, please? Huh? Can you get over there? Can you get over there, please? Can you get over there, please? You move over there? Go on. Can you get over there, please? Thank you. Go on. Jump. Look at hon. Thank you, Shaggy. Thank you, Shaggy. Cold day today, 43. Rainy. Here comes that rainy day feeling again. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Sorry about that. Hey, little Lou. I was emptying some papers. Put them in this trash thing. I was going to dump them in the community thing, but it said it had to be household items and bagged. Here comes that rainy day feeling again. Oh, you lucky dog. I'm going to go with Mary next year. We're going to party. We're going to sleep in a teepee. Yeah, I was dumping trash in that dumpster over there. Bought a whole pallet of corn today. That damn Tractor Supply, they give you $10 off for every $1,000 you spend. Wow. In the ghetto. I'm gonna see if they got any fried catfish at the ghetto party store. In the ghetto. This is one of the many places in America that are deader than a doornail now. This place included. 5 people have money, everybody else is broke. What's that car doing there? He didn't want to get his truck back above that. See if I can score a piece of catfish. In the ghetto. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll be right back. In the ghetto. Elvis Presley song. I'll be right back, Daisy. Dad's gonna be right back. In the ghetto, Daisy and the mother cried. In the ghetto, and a mother cried. I think I'm gonna stop by Pilot and get a piece of whatever they have. Hi, Daisy. In the ghetto. There's a state trooper. Hope he ain't bothering me. Uh-oh, shit. What'd I do now? Hello?
I thought you were somebody else.
Oh, geez. I thought, what in the hell did I do now? I got pulled over 3 days ago.
You're good.
This is good news. No problem. State trooper. He thought I was somebody. Hey, did you think Hey, I know who you thought I was. Are you John? Are you John Rhodes?
Yes, sir.
Well, I know who you thought I was. I'll tell him you said hello.
Who?
Marty.
Marty McClure.
Yeah, I just emptied a bunch of corn bags at the plant.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard about you the other day. Somebody was telling me about you.
What about me?
Said you're a great guy that writes a lot of tickets.
Who told you that? Marty McClure?
No, and at the BP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, said you're a good guy though.
I got you.
All right,
How do you know Marty?
I live there.
You live where?
Out in that farm.
In Crawfordville?
Yeah,
Okay. Is
You-
that his truck?
yeah.
Okay.
And you drive police car 908.
Yeah.
Yep. I just met one of your buddies the other day. I gave him a big old thing of Christmas cookies. Big, tall, skinny guy, real heavy southern drawl. He runs this area too. Skinny, tall.
State Patrol?
Yeah. I think it's Andrew something.
Andrew.
Man, I thought that's what he said, but you know him, bald guy, tall, maybe 6'4", 190, skinny, almost hard to understand southern drawl.
Oh. Adam Bird.
Adam Burr, that's it. Yeah, and he drives this same kind of cop car.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, good.
So how do you know Marty?
You're not gonna believe it. Was a big photo collector. Marty, you know all the stuff he's getting, right?
Yeah.
So he bought a photograph for me off eBay, and it got there in about 1 million pieces. And
So where are you from?
Detroit. So we kept in touch, met a couple times, you know, halfway, selling him stuff. I was kind of sick of living. He said, why don't you just come down here? So I just took off last April. Here I am, building a house over there
Where at?
on that property. That farm.
What do you do for Marty?
Nothing. Spiritual advisor. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. So what's his plans here in Union Point?
Well, you know, he bought that plant and he's redoing that they're going to eventually move all that Madison trucking out here. He just sold that gas station across the street right there.
Did he go through?
Yeah, guy's making a coffee shop. But he's going to turn that into a big storage for his paper box store and stuff.
Turn what?
This plant. Right here.
So he's not going to move all the other plants down here?
Eventually, that's what he says, yeah. He just bought that old grist mill down there in Sparta. That big red 3-story thing, you know what I'm talking about, on 16?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, he's always he's got a lot of stuff.
That's crazy.
Isn't that something? They got you working a Sunday, huh?
Yeah, I'm about to get off. I'll see you.
Good meeting you.
Small world, isn't it? Buford Pusser. Buford Pusser. Walking tall. Isn't that crazy, man? I have shit like that happen all the time. I got my radar detector making noise now. Everybody wonders about Marty and me. It's crazy, isn't it? Oh, no kidding, Blue. You all come back now, you hear? I'm a spiritual advisor. Oh, that's good, Mark. Stronger every day, Chicago. I didn't know that their territory came out that far, the guys that were around my house. That's right, little Lou. Overspeed. Yeah, you got a good accent, Lou.
city woman. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Sweet. Sweet city woman. That's what's playing. Super nice clerks in here. Great sense of humor. Polite. Give a fuck.
My type girls. Rooty tooty, fresh and fruity. I 100% agree with you. Sweet city woman, I haven't heard that in a long time. I'll tell you where else they play good music. Ingles. Brings me back. I start looking for a pack of rubbers. Then I think, hey, what are you doing, man? It's 45 years ago. Snap out of it. Look for the adult-sized pens and decaf coffee so you don't have a heart attack. Breaker 19, breaker 19. Put that pedal to the metal. Yeah, fuck yeah. Speed zone ahead. Not when you know the cops. Name dropping like a motherfucker. It's like, sir, can I have your license? Like, before I show you that, can I tell you who I know around here? Well, you can tell me, but it's not going to get you out of a ticket. I name drop like hell, don't I? That's my secret go-to weapon. I do, yeah. I got proof of it. Over speed. Pedal to the metal. See, I played it either way with what Ann said. I said, you're a hell of a nice guy that writes a lot of tickets. I could have taken it either way. It's like, write a lot of tickets. I don't do that. I'd say I'm just kidding. And it's like, oh, nice guy. Well, that was nice of her to say. I can go either way with it. He said, what do you do for Marty? I said, well, I think you know what I'm probably doing for Marty, don't you? Just keep it under your hat. You may talk too much, which is why you're still doing patrol and not a detective, but don't tell anybody, it's a big secret. You just breaker 19, that's what I told him. Yeah, I said, well, I'm sorry, officer, but we're blowing each other every morning. It's like, what? He's a Baptist, I guarantee it. Marty ain't doing nothing like that. I said, well, why am I living there then? What do you do? I get asked that once a week. What do you do for Marty? And that's the best I could come up with, spiritual advisor. It's like when you get caught with your wife's girlfriend someplace by your wife. You say, we're just friends. It's like, well, that's a little odd, you guys getting together, just friends. My friend. What am I supposed to say? We just got done fucking? I mean, you gotta decipher this. Nobody says that. We're just friends. Like, yeah, we're just friends. Yeah, we're 35 miles away from town and you happen to drive by here. She had some very deep personal problems she needed addressed. Like a huge libido. And I stepped up to the plate. Then I'll go into panic mode. It's like there's no feelings there. I don't give a shit about her. I would have never married her. Hey class, you got to be prepared to come through on this. I'm sure it's happened to me too, although I hate to acknowledge it. here to help you, little Lou. All your problems are going to go away soon. You may be in a mental institution, but you'll be happy. Rochelle, pick up a Fantasy 5. 150 grand. The Fantasy 5 goes up a lot down here, quicker than it did in Michigan. That's my only excitement in the day. Buying a lottery ticket and hoping that I win. How's your day going, Klaus? Yeah, me too, Faye. Isn't that the truth? You know, believe it or not bragging, I think I don't have one left that I didn't knock off my bucket list. I'm not kidding you. And when it get down to when it looked like they were never going to happen, I paid for it. At least I'd pay for one of the two. The other one was usually like somebody I was in a relationship with. I did get two for free a few times, but that's over like a 45-year period. Certainly not enough. That's why you've seen me paint myself into the corner. Even if like the most beautiful woman in the world wanted to come over, I just think this is going to be so boring. We're just going to sit around and watch a stupid movie. Probably isn't going to be worth a shit anyway. Yeah, it sure does. I don't have anything left. I checked them all on my bucket list. What's that guy got in there? Crystal meth? Billy Mac's transport. I wouldn't mind transporting stuff, like delivering stuff. Well, I'll tell you, that guy makes some first class smokers that I did the other day. Oh, you're definitely first, yeah. You're definitely first for sure. I really don't think there's anything left, thank God. That could be my problem too. I've always said this, like if you are just like, let's say you got a job in a convenience store, and you never really get to do anything outside of that. I'm not saying there's anything inherently wrong with working at a convenience store, but you don't really know that when you're working there, and you see people that have money and take trips, and you're thinking that, well, if you ever got the opportunity, you know, you would do all that shit and life would be so much better. But since a lot of these people never get that lucky break, they have something to look forward to. It may not be likely, but it's the possibility. Where I got lucky a few times, I mean, I haven't really worked since about 92. It's just been by like getting lucky with property or selling fucking Civil Wars for 5 times more than I got one collection left for like 75 grand, but I don't even feel like marketing it. You know, stuff like that. I'm just too lazy. But my point here is, so if you're in a place, you're living in Detroit, it sucks, you don't feel good about where you live, you don't have a job, you're paycheck to paycheck, you never get to go fuck off like I did for like decades. You know, if I wanted to go out to Glacier National Park, I'd stay there fucking 2 weeks if I felt like it. When I went to Alaska, I'd go there and stay for 3 months sometimes. Go out there. Oh, police radar, police radar. AA radar. Where are you, motherfucker? I see you, little sneaky prick. See, if you never get to like check out all these avenues, but he's sitting on the ramp up here. Where are you, little fucker? There he is, right there. And then you have something to look forward to. Think, well, one of these days I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. And that day never comes. But if you've done everything you wanted to do, including fantasy bucket list, fuck, no wonder I don't want to date. It would be like having a Lamborghini and going back and, you know, buying a rusty old VW Bug. This doesn't make, you know, it's just, you know, it's just the way it works. It's unfortunate. That's why we have such a good time talking at night, because, everybody's kind of in the same boat. Especially if you add depression into the mix. You got a lot of irons in the fire. You're bored. You're tired of banging the spouse you're with. Nothing's exciting. You've tried that. You sleep in separate beds. I mean, there's millions of people like this. It's nothing to feel ashamed about. That's why office affairs and stuff happen, because it's just so damn exciting. And even though you don't plan on divorcing your wife, and you love your kids and all that corny shit everybody says when they get caught, you just want to bring back that emotion of a new loving relationship, even if it's wrong. You just want to bang that headboard like a giant Woody Woodpecker. Talking, texting, fucking hours going by, beach walks. After you've been married 30 or 40 years. Anytime I'm someplace and say, this is my husband, or this is my wife, and we're just as much in love today as we were 50 years, and I go, I think you got fucking dementia, buddy. You're out of your fucking mind, or you're lying, one or the other. Yeah. And when people's spouses pass, they're not around anymore. They could have been the biggest motherfucker in the world, but you'll never get that out of them. And you'll never live up to this person that isn't around anymore, because it's just like you remember the good and you forget the bad. I do that with hitchhiking trips I took. I say, oh, I saw the country, I met a lot of interesting people. Yeah, I could remember standing outside getting fucking broiled for 10 days one time trying to hitchhike out of Katy, Texas. And I remember how miserable it was, and I thought to myself, I'm going to remember this, because you tend to paint things in a more favorable light. And let me tell you this too, and I can prove this a million ways. Memory is faulty. It's not accurate like you'd think it would be. That's why these people get on, they're looking at Facebook, and they finger fuck Janie under the slide and the school thing in their junior year in high school, and they go through all this bullshit, have all these kids they can't stand, spouse are ready to leave. Then they look up Janie, and she's not looking too bad, and you don't type a note to Janie, would you like to fuck? You say, hey Janie, how you doing? It's Tom, remember me? Oh, do I remember you? I bet you do. I certainly remember you. And it wasn't because of poetry you wrote me. So, well, I just got divorced. Maybe we can get together for a coffee. This is how it all starts. Then I promised myself to not jack off for a couple weeks. So even if she's not as good as I think she should be, I can still be interested. I always got an ounce of saltpeter to swallow in my margarita if I have to, in case she looks too good. I want to appear as a gentleman. That's what's happened to that girl that killed herself down in Nashville. I mean, she was so damn cute when I first met her. I'm not shitting you. I mean, I ain't a goddamn Brad Pitt myself, but, that doesn't have anything to do with what I look like and what I want. Maybe they think the same thing about me. No, it was like after that. It was about 10 years ago. I'm just so bored. We'll go out and have a drink, be talking wine, listen to all this fucking bullshit. Then I'll somehow find some way to bring up sex. Have a couple drinks. It's like, oh yeah, sex. Like, well, it's varied, that kind of thing. Then I'll get around to making a joke. Ooh, blowjobs. I hate the whole, and it's going to take a long time before they're intimate. I did it my way. Fuck yeah. I did it my way. Flow, a stream of just look at all this corn. Oh, the car. You guys have a good day today. Thanks for partying along with me. I'll talk to you later. You ready to go inside?